Welcome all of you to Maths. We shall be taking up one very important topic that is factorization in this video. Now factorization is a huge topic. It is not going to be completed in just one video. I think it's going to take about 3 of the videos. Okay, so watch all of them. Factorization actually starts in these days in 7th standard. Okay, and you do it in 8th also, only the difficulty level goes up, and then we have it in 9th. Yes, in 9th standard the factorization sums are really very difficult. Okay, so almost all my students they find factorization very difficult. Now I'm trying to simplify that, I'm trying to explain that in these videos, but I would still say if you think that you are really finding factorization very tough right from the beginning when it started in your 7th standard, okay, then it would be better for you to see the factorization videos that I have done for the 7th and not the ones that I have done for the 9th. Okay, because here in 9th we naturally start from a certain level. Okay, so you want more elementary explanation, please go through the videos of 7th standard factorization. Okay, the link will be provided in the description box. Let's see the sums. Okay, so let us see. Actually in factorization there are many ways of doing it, many techniques and many types of factorization are there, many types of factorizations. So we'll take up with the very first type, okay, which we often use but we don't understand that we are actually factorizing. But before that I want to say a few words about what actually factorization is. Let me explain that first. Now if you have the number, let's say 35, you have the number 35 here. Okay, now 35, if I ask for the factors, you can write it like this, 5 into 7, you can even write it like this. Yes, so this is 5 into 7 or even 35 into 1. Okay, let's take 24. So you can write 4 into 6, or you can write 2 into 12, or you can even write 24 into 1. Now basically what we have done here is we have factorized the numbers. We have factorized the numbers, that is we have factorized the number 35, we have split it into its factors, that is we have split it into 5 and 7 or even 35 and 1, and our answer is a product of the factors which is giving us this multiple. Okay, so here also these are the factors with the product giving us this multiple. Now it is exactly this that we are going to do in algebra when we call it factorization. So factorization is in algebra, the only difference in our factorization chapters, the only difference is they give us a full algebraic expression. Okay, when they give us a full algebraic expression, they ask us which are the 2 other algebraic expressions or even 3 other algebraic expressions which when multiplied can give us this given one. Let me take one example. Let's take 5x square minus 20xy. Yeah, 5x square minus 20xy. Here I'll factorize it. Now I'll talk about here 5 is here, I'll see the numbers first, and in 20 also there is a hidden 5 into 4. So what I do is I take a 5 out. Maximum, the biggest factor among the numbers have to be taken. Between x square and x, I will take out one x. Okay, and there's nothing else I can take from here and nothing else is common between them. No more factor is common. Okay, so we stop here and we write 1x here. That will give me a 5x square. So how do we know whether we are correctly factorizing or not? We'll constantly multiply it and try to go back to this. We'll constantly multiply and try to go back to this. Minus, okay, 4y. Now if you multiply and see 5x square, I got it, plus with the minus 5 into 420 xy. So I get back the original expression. So basically what I'm trying to say is if I multiply this with this, I will always get this. So this is factorization done, which means what? Which means that I have found two expressions which when multiplied with one another give me the given expression. That is my answer. If your factorization ever comes like this, the last step, you have got it like this, you should know in the examination itself that your answer is wrong. Okay, you have not got it correct because it should not have a plus or minus sign. It should always be as a product. So even if you have a minus here, you are actually wrong. Okay. So if you check, if you ever turn, you can see your factorization exercise in your textbook and go back to the answer page. Sometimes you go back to the answer page once and see. Okay. The answer sheet where the answers are given for the exercises, and you will note that the entire exercise is full of all the answers are of this form, bracket 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 like this, or something, 1 2 written and then a bracket, or a 2x written then a bracket. You will never find anything plus anything minus anything. No, you'll not find that. Okay, the reason is we are looking for factors. So factorization answers always have to be something into something, no something plus something, no something minus something. Okay, so this is what factorization actually is. That is why people don't understand what factorization is, and what they do, they will just think, okay, I have done some kind of simplification. They'll stop the sum in a step like this. Okay, in a step like this they'll just stop the sum. So then it is wrong. Okay, you are getting it wrong and you're finding it difficult because you haven't in many cases you haven't understood what factorization is. Okay, so let us take up another sum. This is the very first method of factorization, which is called taking common 9x square then plus 12xy. This is an expression which they have told us to factorize. Okay, what do we do? We'll first see the numbers. Between 9 and 12, the biggest common factor, or the HCF, is highest common factor, that is 3. Beyond that we can't take. We can't take a 6 because 6 is not a factor of this. Neither can we take a 2 because 2 also is not a factor of this. So only 3 is the best option and the only option. Now between x and x square, always take the lower power of the same variable. So we'll take x, because if we take x square, this does not contain x square. So we can take x because this contains x as a factor. Nothing else. You can't take anything else. Now we will have to stop. So then we have, I'll have to write a 3 here. Why? I want to get back my 9. So how do I decide what to write? You have to keep looking at this and write, so that I'm again forming this. And one more x will give me the x square. Okay. And then this plus sign. This sign only comes down here. Then we'll write a 4. Why write a 4? That is because I want to get my 12. Okay. And then we'll take a y. Okay. We'll take a y. So we have, see, why did I take a y? 12 and x and y. So I get back this, and also I get plus into plus is this plus sign. So this is factorized. That's it. You can't proceed beyond this. Okay, so this was the very first type of factorization, which is called the taking common method. Okay. Now let me take a slightly bigger sum. 27a cube b cube. 27a cube b cube. Okay. And then minus 45a to the power 4 minus 45a to the power 4 b square. Okay. Between 27 and 45 I can take a 9, that is the highest common factor. A cube and a to the power 4, I'll take the 3, a to the power 3. As I told you, you have to take the smaller power. So 3, between 3 and 4 I'll take 3. Between in B, I'll take the B square, that is to be taken common. Now starts the bracket. Now I have to get back this. So I need a 3 here. Then I need a B. Okay, so that gives me a 27B. 27B cube and this A cube. So 27A cube B cube. I get back this. Minus, now write a 5. Okay, now write a 5. Why? 9 5 into 5 is a 45. And this minus sign, because I need my plus into minus, is a minus. So this sign basically gets copied here. Then a to the power 1 now, because I want to make it a to the power 4. So a to the power 1. Okay, because 3 is coming from here. A to the power 3 into a will give me a to the power 4. Then comes nothing. Then comes just a 1, because b square is already here. So I can close my bracket. And that is the answer. Just in one step we got the answer. So this is how we take common. Now we'll take the next type, which is, now we'll take common, but we'll take common brackets. You see what I am saying? This is 2a and then x plus y. Okay, you'll see here some common brackets will appear. Minus 3b and then again 1x plus y. Yes? Now if you note this sum, this x plus y is common, right? Since this x plus y is common, we'll have to, before this we were taking numbers common, variables common, factors common. Now we'll take this x plus y common. Okay, and then the rest, whatever is here and whatever is here, is written in another bracket. That's it. That is, now if I see this x plus y with the 2a, I get back my first term, x plus y with the 3b, and I also get back my second term. Now this sum was a too simple one. So here I didn't have to do any simplifications, but you will see later that sometimes inside the bracket also we have to do some simplifications. Okay, let's see. Let's see another quick sum of this type, 2x and then p square plus q square and plus 4y p square plus q square. P square plus q square, p square plus q square. Okay, so p square plus q square, this is the common bracket. So the full bracket comes as a factor. Okay, so this is a ready factor for us, and so we don't have to open the bracket. Do not multiply with this, you will only land up in trouble. So take this whole full bracket as common. Next bracket, and this goes out, 2x plus 4y. Okay, but then the sum has not ended here. Factorization is not complete as long as we have split the numbers to the most, undivisible, or you cannot split this into further factors. You have to get it to that condition. If I look at this, I can get still one more factor of this, which is a 2. Okay, so what I do, I take a 2 out, and you don't write it in the middle. Okay, this 2 that I have extracted from here, I wrote it here, then write an x and write a 2y. Okay, means 2 into x and 2 into 2, 4y. Okay, now this is how you do taking brackets common. Okay, so bracket, this common bracket has been taken out as a factor, the rest has been put in another bracket, but then there was more to be extracted from this, and we did it and we wrote it in front. Okay, let's take up another one. This is a taking bracket type only, but then it is slightly different. Okay, what is it? You'll see how it is different. This is 4 and a plus b in bracket, okay, minus 6 a plus b and a whole square. Yeah. Now here you have to understand, I have a 4 and I have a plus b minus 6 and I have a plus b and a plus b, right? This is a plus b with another a plus b, right? So I have two a plus b's. Then what? Because it's a square. From this, from the 4 and the 6, I take out a 2. That is the highest common factor. Here 1a plus b, here 2a plus b is the maximum that I can take common is 1a plus b. So I have taken 1a plus b. The rest, everything goes inside a bracket. Now here I am going to use a double bracket. First one, and because here already one bracket has been used, here what to put? We will put a 2. Yeah. Because we only need a 4 and then we get the a plus b on multiplying with this 2. So 4a plus b on multiplying. First term is ready. Put the minus sign, put a 3 to get back your 6 and then put another a plus b. Okay. I'll not expand, I'll not open up the bracket here. I'll just leave it like that. Why I leave it like that is because I have already seen that if I have to open it, if I open it, I'll get all unlike terms. So that will not further simplify. That is why there is no need to open this. You can leave it at this step. So this was one sum where we took brackets common and here there was a power in the bracket. Okay. Let's do one sum where we form a bracket. 8 minus 4a. 8 minus 4a minus 2a cube plus a to the power 4. Okay. So this is, we have to form brackets. What to do? Here, now how do we know we have to form brackets? Whenever they give you a factorization, they will never tell you about the method. But on seeing the sum, you will have to guess the method. Okay. So here when I see it, I can see that there is nothing common in all. If I say I want to take an a out like the first method, there is no a in the first term, we cannot take a out also. But if I note it closely, I will see that there is something that if I form groups, I'll be able to form groups. Let's see how. If from the first two, if I take 4, okay. If I take 4 from the first two common, I am working like this, these two and these two together. So on observing, I have to decide on the groups. And then 4, 2, just to make my 8, minus a, right, minus a. Then minus, I'll tell you why I took a minus. Now I can't take the 2 out because this doesn't have a 2, but I'll take a cube. As I said, we are using basically the first rule now. The first rule of taking common has been used here twice. So a cube is taken common. What is inside the bracket is a 2. And then who will decide? What will decide what sign to put here? I'll put a minus a and I'll tell you why. I put a minus a for various reasons. First thing, I had an I on this. I want to make this bracket similar to this. Second thing is I took this minus so that minus with this minus can give me back the plus. That's the reason. Okay. So, and actually the first reason is to get the plus because I can never change this question expression. The second thing is I should also have an I on the first bracket and try to make the second bracket look like the first one so that I can take common in the next step. Here now I have started with taking common bracket type. Okay, 2 minus a and 4 minus a cube. I cannot further factorize this or this, so this is my last step. Okay, so in this sum, here brackets were ready, first 3 questions, but here I made my brackets this and then factorized it. So, okay. So I think this much is enough for you to practice these types. Remember one thing, factorization requires a lot of practice. You'll do them once, and then when you do some other exercise, after that, when you come back to factorization, you will feel that you have forgotten the whole chapter. So that is why about 2 to 3 times repetition of either repeat the same sums or do the sums from 3 different books. Only then you are going to get factorization confidently. Okay, so I'll not proceed further in this video. I'll stop it here, and we'll do lots more sums in the next video. Okay, factorization as well will come in many parts. This was the very first part. This is the introductory video of factorization. Thanks to all of you. If you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye all of you.